Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n sọ wípé ilé ọba tó jó ẹwà ló bù sí i. Ẹ wo bí ohun tí a ti ń ṣẹ́gun ṣe di ẹlẹ́wà tí ó sì fani lọ́kàn mọ́ra fún àwọn àjèjì. Nítorí náà ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ jókòó, ẹ fẹ̀yìn lélẹ̀ lórí àga yín, kẹ́ gbádùn ìtàn wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀.
My name is Muibidin Olabode Ajiko. I try. I'm a Yoruba boy. I'm a bad Yoruba boy. Yes, one. What do I do? Fashion, photography, music. That's like the main. Influencing, social media, content creating, everything basically in the whole entertainment industry. What do people know me for? Comedy.
My name is Audrey. I'm a content creator on TikTok, and people know me for acting like aunties and not old Nollywood skits. Today I'm representing Nigeria, of course. My Yoruba people, because we're the superior. I always say it, we're superior. I'm joking before you people have my head. Also from Ebutemeta, because that's where they gave birth to me. I'm also joking. I only spent like 2 years there. And I'm the mainland over island any day. I'm from South London, if you're talking about the UK. I'm from South East. My TikTok page is different to other content creators because I speak authentic Yoruba, and from real life experiences, I try to interpret my real life experiences to you guys.
My name's Abibat. I am a part-time content creator. I create content around natural hair, beauty, skincare, and I also create content around culture. So everything Yoruba, Nigerian culture, food, music, that's me. Yeah. The tribe I come from, really? Do you have to ask? I'm a full Yoruba babe, you know? Stan, I'm from the Yoruba tribe. I was born in Lagos, actually, but I am Ijebu babe through and through. Everything Amala, it would do all them things there. That's us. My first video that went viral was one I made about how Yoruba words sound so similar, but they have different meanings, literally. I'll give you an example. Owo, which means money. Owo, which is hand. Owo, which is to trade. So it's like the annotations, like how you put stresses on certain words can give it a total different meaning.
My name is Eniola, but everyone calls me Pressy. So as a job, I'm an anesthetic practitioner. And for fun, I play football, I do TikTok or social media content. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm not actually fully Yoruba. So I was Ibera, and I'm only half Yoruba. My mom is not Yoruba at all, but people see her on TikTok speaking Yoruba, she's not Yoruba.
Well, my name is Lanre, and I'm an artist, and I've been painting for over 45 years. I love painting. I'm a very indigenous Yoruba. You see, my English is not very good, but I'm trying. I'm a Yoruba guy. Yoruba. That's easy for me. Well, what I said was that if I had to say Yoruba or say anything in Yoruba, I can say it very well. Well, English is my second language. So I am a Yoruba boy. Art for me was a gift. I never realized that until my parents, obviously, when you go to school, the last thing they want to give you is paintbrush or anything because they want you to study economics or, maths and sciences. But I decided that, you know what, I had this thing, this gift, I don't understand it. It was just colors. Anytime I see colors, I'm just excited, I'm happy. What I do is I express myself on canvas and people see that. Being in Nigeria and then coming back to London when I was about 19, 20 was a different ballgame. But Nigeria was where I was really rooted. But of course now I'm 61, I'm gonna be 61 this year. So I've spent a lot of time here. But for me, it's very important to travel. I like to travel. So I go back to Nigeria back and forth now, not like before.
Yeah, I think I've lived in the UK for roughly 10, 11 years now. I've lived in the UK for, quite a while. Too long.
I've lived in the UK for 7 years now. Well, 7 years in August.
4 years now. I've been in the UK for 4 years now.
I always lived in South London. So when I came, well, my uncle was driving from the airport and I'm like seeing these names of places. Because, you know, usually I'm used to like Oreoluwa, Surulere. I'm seeing places and I'm like, oh, Mom, it's Woolwich, it's not Greenwich. I'm saying all these weird, my mom's like, don't say that outside. Or, you know, going from, before I left, NEPA took the light and then I came and I'm in the UK, like there was light steady 24/7.
It's been very humbling and it's been very, it's like a movie. It feels real.
I would say I'm still trying to find myself, like still find my ground. It's been, what, 7 years, but I still feel like something is missing. I don't still really belong. There's still something missing. I don't know what it is, but one day I'll figure it out.
I feel like there's a lot for me to still do, a lot for me to still work on. Like, I feel like for me to use the word comfortable, there needs to be things that are out of the way completely. You understand? So right now, I would say I'm not comfortable yet. Very soon, by the grace of God.
I don't think I can ever wholly be comfortable. I think being comfortable is like a choice that you have to make, because oftentimes I find myself having to create like spaces of comfort for myself.
I've always been a tomboy growing up. Even in Nigeria, I was the girl that was playing football with all the guys, whatever the case may be. So it's like when I came to the UK and, you know, I'm going to school, I'm seeing all the girls carry bag, all of this, all of that. I'm like, this is not me. But after a while, as I like settled in, like year 10, year 11, I threw that away and I wore my trousers because that's what made me comfortable.
It's a human thing to do, to want to conform, so I understand it. Like, I remember back in secondary school, people would used to say they were Jamaican. And you know what? If it means like easier treatment or easier like navigation through secondary school, people did what they had to do essentially.
I tried to not speak Yoruba for a long time. I tried to like force the British accent and like just clear out my Nigerian accent so people wouldn't make fun of me.
When I came to the UK, I was about 14, but I lost my accent, my Nigerian accent, like 2 months after. And that's because in class, like when they're like, oh, he wants to read, I'm like, me, I'll read though, I'll read. I put my hands up, everyone will laugh at me, but I still read it. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, by the time summer holiday came and I came, I'm like, yo, what you saying? They're like, what? What happened there?
I don't think it was hard claiming to be Nigerian growing up, because I had no choice anyway. Like, again, it was very instilled in me. Like, I sounded it like 100, so, and I looked it as well.
When I came here, I, you know, obviously I have to mingle, find who your crowd is and all of that stuff. Even like, okay, now I dress the part, but when I came here, I was significantly different from every single student in the whole school. You understand?
This is just something about Nigeria. I suppose because I experienced my youth in Nigeria. So me coming here, I cannot deny it because it's so embedded in me, the richness of it. And that's what I brought with the colors. That's how I paint, the colors, the people. It's a blessing to be in Nigerian or be in Yoruba.
Fresh with the boat was probably very square rooted to the things that they called me in this country. So it's like, yeah, I think I've been called a lot of names, I would not even lie.
Many times I've been called a freshie. When I was called a freshie, I did not understand. I obviously, from like logical reasoning, I was like, okay, maybe somebody that just came by. I did not know it had a negative connotation to it.
I didn't really speak Yoruba. I never wanted to, because they'll be like, oh, you're freshie. He used to call me fresh off the boat. It's difficult, like, even though you've lived in the country for so long, the process of getting a passport or like the process of like, you know, being a UK citizen, it's like very like, you know, it's harder than when you come here as a child. Like, you have to do this test and you have to do all these things, and it's like, it's just an extra process that you have to do. But it's like, I understand why you need to do it, but it's just a difficult part of like being an immigrant.
I think the thing I struggle with as a first-gen immigrant right now is like not quite having the, I would say like the stability or like the rootedness that people who are second, third gen have, because essentially I'm creating a path for myself. Like I've moved out, like I'm doing everything by myself for myself. So I feel like I'm maybe not as like grounded as I feel like my other friends are. And I definitely feel like as a first-gen immigrant, you're really like working through that yourself. Even becoming a British citizen, like people don't understand how expensive it is to live here if you're like an immigrant. Like, it costs so much money.
Direct racism, the money, the hierarchy, level of hierarchy as well. It's like you just know that there's somebody that is trying to show you that they're doing better than you in life type situation, and it's not that deep. I just see it as it's not that deep, but you do you with it. But it's still a struggle because everybody has emotions. We're all human beings. It is very, very important and essential for you to speak your mother's tongue because it reminds you who you are back home, where you're coming from, and where you need to return to.
It's very, very important, and I encourage people to do it. Even if you don't understand and you're learning, even if you can't pronounce it properly, I think it's important. Like, that's our heritage. Why should we as Africans or Nigerians come and water down ourselves and not speak our language?
And I think it's so important to speak in your mother's tongue because I feel like when you speak to someone anyhow, it's different. But when you speak to a man or woman in their language, you literally speak straight to their heart. Think about random moments that you've been on the street or something and you just hear somebody with like a Nigerian accent and you feel that immediate connection with them.
I'll say a lot of people inspire me and a lot of experiences as well. My mom, obviously, because you see I act like an auntie. My mom, my aunties, my friends' moms, everybody in one. I just act all of them in one, embody all of them in the auntie character.
I started with a reason, and that's like the advice I give everybody. I started with a reason, which is you need a strong reason to constantly feed into your idea. So whenever you want to give up, that reason pushes you to continue because why will you start? This was the reason you started. Have you achieved it? No. So why are you stopping? So I had a reason, which is I don't really laugh or smile or all of that stuff genuinely. It comes from another person's smile or another person's happiness generally. And I've noticed, okay, I can make you laugh. Naturally, I'm just sad. But when I make you laugh and you're happy, I'm happy that you're happy, so we're all happy together.
What made me bring culture into my art? I didn't bring culture into my art. I am the culture. Art is the culture. Creativity, what's in me is the culture. I don't bring it in. It's just you being yourself. And once you be yourself, that's it. It's just being yourself. You don't bring something in. To be able to express myself, the gift I have, and to be able to share that with people, it's a blessing. You know, you can have a gift and nobody knows about it. I've been privileged and I thank God for that I can actually share my gift with other people and for other people to benefit from it.
I think my content is a mixture of like intentionality and also who I am. I think I'm very in myself already. I'm intentional about how I self-present, for example. I'm intentional about what I want people to see. Like, I want a little girl to look at my content and think like, you know, I think I can rock my hair too. Like, you know, I think I can speak Yoruba and not feel like a freshie too. Like, I'm really, really intentional about the type of content that I put out, where it's like, when I talk about hair, my culture, I do my research. I don't just come online and just be giving you rubbish. Like, I do my research. I think it's important to have like short, condensed content that's also like informative at the same time. So
I don't know what I'm doing. I just pick up the camera, and sometimes like even everyone in my house is just like, she's recording, just leave her. She'll just start talking, whatever. So it's like, it's just so random. Like, I can just pick up the camera. Something can happen right now, and then I'll just be like, oh, let me record something. So I don't really think about it. I never expect to record a video or sit down and talk. So it's like, I just do it. It could be in my car, in my room, with my mom, with my brother, anything. So it's very random.
honestly, content can be about entertaining people. It can be about educating people, like just generate random content, having fun. It's about living in your truth as well.
Láti wá láti Nigeria, ní láti ní àṣà. Orin wa sọ̀rọ̀ fún wa. Nígbà tí ó bá sọ èdè ilẹ̀, náà ó dàbí orin fún ara rẹ̀. Àwọn ṣáájú ọ̀nà Afrobeat bí Fela Kuti ó sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀. Nítorí náà, ẹ jókòó sẹ́yìn kí ó gbádùn àwọn orin dídùn.
Fela was my major thing. They wanted me to act Fela in Nigeria and in New York when Fela passed away. But I thought that mantle is too big for me to carry. So yeah, Fela has been a big, because Fela is a visionary and he left a legacy which will always continue, which obviously, as you can tell, the Afrobeat came from Fela Kuti.
Now it's like everyone likes listening to Afrobeat, and like Nigeria carries Afrobeat, if we're being honest, like one of the countries that carries Afrobeat. So it's kind of like a lot of, if you name 10 songs, like if you ask someone that's not African to name a song, guarantee one of the songs they're gonna name is a song that's Nigerian. Do you get what I mean?
Like, we're Yoruba people, our parties, the music, we're currently dominating worldwide.
Everywhere, like we can't even deny that. Is it from the Bobrisky memes that like taking over TikTok to Last by Burna Boy, Ashake Holy singing in Yoruba, and like people are literally going crazy for it. I think Nigerian culture is everywhere, even like, why are you running?
I'm enjoying seeing The Woman King. I'm enjoying seeing Black Panther. You understand? It's just the only difference is I want people that actually have the accent to speak it. I don't want people that are educated to come and say, this is the way I speak, my name is this, my name is that, and they say, we are going to the, no. I want people that's the way they actually speak for you to see the originality, the quality in terms of the pidgin. We don't want to stop being legit and authentic.
I just wanted to see like different representation of like Black women, Black hair, Black beauty. I want to see that change as well, especially for young girls again coming up. So my inspiration will always be like the future, like what is the best and what can we aspire for the best to be for Black women, for Black hair, for Yoruba culture. Like I want to see the future. I want to see girls with like long ass, big ass afro. I want to see bold girls. I want to see girls with orange hair. I want to see girls with pink hair. I want to see girls that bust down to their knees, like, and I want to see them speaking their languages as well. I want to see variety, and I think it's important to do that now and like see what the future can be like.
So the likes of Josh Too Funny when he first started and no one knew him. I used to watch him. I used to watch Akam the Boy. There's so many of them, like Tiwashe, all of them at the top of my head I can't say. Because when I first came to this country, that was a way to keep in touch with Nigeria. Because I didn't really have friends for the first few years I was here. So comedy was it for me. I was always watching them. I was always laughing.
I feel like a lot of Nigerians are actually quite smart. They're talented, and it's like they always have something to bring to the table, and their fashion sense is crazy. It's like the ones that can dress anyone, anything, anywhere. Do you get what I mean? And it's like the talent out there is crazy, and it's like no one really knows unless you go to the country or you see the people and you're like, oh, you're Nigerian. And it's like, I feel like people need to like, when you mention Africa, Nigeria's gonna come up.
Reemergence of the 90s Nollywood aesthetics that we have now, and like that low quality, low movies that was made, but like we're now like reimagining it. Like Nigerian culture is too impactful. The music is everywhere. Even in film, like Nigerian actors are taking the scene as well.
For those who don't know, Africa is not a country. It is bigger than a continent. Don't discourage people. Count it a privilege that you can be proud of your culture. It's not their doing. I was privileged to be able to go to Nigeria. Not everybody are privileged. Don't talk anything negative to them, but you just count yourself privileged.
I think the moment you embrace a culture, everything just becomes easier because you're not trying to fit into an identity that wasn't even made for you. Like, fair enough, like I'm in Britain and I live here, but like I look how I look because my culture, the people within my culture look like that. I eat this food because it's a reflection of like, you know, my culture. I sound this way because, you know, this is how people from my culture like sound.
Embracing that side of me has just given me a head start. Like in every situation, it's like, I know what I'm doing. You think you know me, I have a secret. I'm gonna pour one on you. You know, what would I like to tell the people that called me a freshie? Look at me now, bro. I just say, just learn. Be self-aware, man. Like, listen, I came here where, like, you was born here, so you knew everything. You had all the access, and I came here, and in 4 years, look at what I've been able to do. Please change. Just don't make another generation be depressed when they come to school.
Yeah, continue. In fact, thank you because you made me research more into myself. Like, you made me know who I am more. Like, I held on to who I am more. Thank you. Continue. Facts. Freshie. Auntie. They call me Auntie, Freshie, anything. Continue.
Whatever you call me, fresh, FOB, all I know is Nigerian, they carry last. Like, I'm still going to be Nigerian, you get me?